Hello students, in this video we are going to learn about the classification of measuring instruments. So according to the function of the measuring instruments, these are classified as a length measuring instrument, angle measuring instrument, then different geometrical forms were to measure, then as per the surface finish, the your instruments are classified. So firstly, the linear measuring instrument. We want to measure a length. A linear measurement we have to do. So for that we know steel rule is used for linear measuring instrument. Then outside calipers are there, inside calipers are there, vernier caliper is there, outside micrometer, inside micrometer, then vernier height gauge, depth gauge and dial gauge. So these are the instrument which we can use for linear measurement. Then angular measurement. I want to measure an angle. All of you know a simple protractor is also used for angle measurement. Then a bevel protractor is there, tool maker microscope is there, sine bar is there, autocollimeter is there, and sine center is there. So these are devices which can use for a angle measurement, an angle measurement or taper measurement. So how these instruments are again classified? So first type is a direct contact. If there is a direct contact of your instrument and your workpiece for which you are measuring a dimension, then it is called as a direct contact measurement. And there is a indirect contact, means there is no contact with your instrument and your workpiece, then it is called as a indirect contact or non-contact type of measurement. So these are two types of measurement: direct contact measurement, indirect contact measurement. So direct contact again classified in two types: graduated and non-graduated. If on your instrument, if there is a graduations are there, like if you see scale on scale marking is there, 1 centimeter, 2 centimeter, and again between 1 centimeter, 2 centimeter, different markings are there. So it is a graduated instrument. And second is a non-graduated. Again in that non-graduated, which are instruments, simple calipers are there, that we will see in the next slide. In graduated, steel rule is there, calipers are there, micrometer is there, protractor is there, dial indicator are there, on which the marking is there. But the instrument on which there is no marking, such as calipers are there, sine bar is there, sine center is there, special purpose tools are there, these are called as a non-graduated, on which there is no any marking, but also it we can use for the measurement. Like all of you know, these are the scale. If you see a uh, simple scale, we can measure minimum dimension as a 1 mm. So least count of simple scale is 1 mm. Different steel rules are there, simple scales are there. This is a vernier caliper. You can see two scales are there for vernier caliper. These are two jaws. One jaw is fixed. You can see this jaw is fixed. This jaw is movable. On this jaw, movable jaw also some markings are there, and on this fixed scale the marking is there in the centimeters. You can see this movable scale here and this main scale. Some zoom is shown. Zoom picture is shown here. Again you can see the knife which is coming out from the scale. This is used for the depth measurement. This bottom two jaws are used for the outside diameter measurement. Upper two jaws denoted by the 2, it is used for the internal diameter measurement. So these are some functioning of the vernier caliper. You can see here different vernier calipers are shown. You can see here dial is shown here. So it is called as a vernier caliper with the dial, or dial vernier caliper, this we can call it as. And here you can see directly digital reading is given, so it is called as a digital vernier caliper. So use of these two jaws, upper two jaws, you can see the inside measurement we are doing here. Here outside diameter we are measuring, like that we can use the vernier caliper. So these are the height gauge: simple height gauge, simple vernier height gauge, dial height gauge, and the digital height gauge. These are the depth gauges. Standard depth gauge, simple depth gauge. We want to measure the depth of particular component or a depth of hole or etc. Dial and digital, all are shown here. Then micrometer is there. Micrometer is generally used for a measurement. This micrometer is external micrometer. External diameter we can measure it, or thickness we can measure it. Again, on this also main scale is there, and moving scale is there, or we can say rotary scale is there, on which on both the markings are there. Again, different types of micrometers are shown here. Dial, this is a dial micrometer, sorry, a digital micrometer. This is a dial micrometer. In last micrometer you can see that here we can measure the thread size. Screw thread micrometer is given. V anvil micrometer is also given. Measuring the milling cutters, reamers, for checking the roundness, these micrometers are used. This is the inside micrometer is shown here. Simple inside micrometer, dial inside micrometer. Now these are the simple calipers on which there is no graduation, or some markings are not there. Simply first caliper is the inside caliper. So these two jaws were to insert in the hole, and you have to touch from inside portion, and then this diameter you can measure on the scale. Again, this is outside caliper. These two jaws were to touch from the outside diameter part, and then you can measure that particular distance between these two end points on the scale. So this is the outside measurement. This might you use. Then some screw pitch gauges are there. You can see on every portion the screw type threads are shown. So these are different size of threads are manufactured on the each strip, and then you can do the measurement of pitch of the screw. Then these are some different radius are shown on this each strip. These are used for the measuring the radius. Then these are the for measurement of tap and drill gauges. Drill size or tap size, if you want to measure, then it can be used. This is a slip gauges. Slip gauge box is there. Different size of slip gauges are there. You can combine number of slip gauge and we can do the measurement. This is a bevel protector which is used for the angle measurement. So there is a different markings are there on the bevel protector. One line is equal to 1 degree, that is 60 minutes, and on vernier scale also different markings are there. So it is a 1/12 of main division. So one line on the main scale, it is a 1 degree. So it is a 12 part of the main scale. So 1/12 is the value of 1 division on this vernier scale. So 1/12, it is approximately equal to the 5 minutes. So 1 division on this vernier scale is equal to 5 minutes. So least count of this bevel protector is 5 minutes. And this is a sine bar. This is also used for angle measurement in combined with the slip gauges. So this H, you can see this height H, it is a combination of slip gauges. So with the help of slip gauge we can use a sine bar for the angle measurement, that we are going to see in the practical session. So maximum angle measured by the sine bar is a 45 degree, and sine center is same as that of sine bar. For sine center, maximum angle measured by sine center is 60 degree. So up to 45 degree we can use sine bar, and up to 60 degree we can use a sine center. Thank you.